Hey there, my friends. Welcome. I was up north yesterday taking care of some some of the work on setting up solar panels so that it'll work mostly through the winter for my tractor, game camera, things like that. Not quite done with that project yet. Got a few more things to do, but that's kind of how it goes at times. In any case, I got home about 7-ish, 6:30, 7-ish o'clock last night, last night, and promptly took care of a couple of things and decided I needed to take a nap. And just woke up a few minutes back, so I seem a little groggy looking. That might be why. In any case, let's see what we can do about this puzzle. Got it set up. Let's see if it's solvable. Okay, the puzzle game system thinks it can be solved. Alright, I can see from this one here and this one here, I also this one here, this one here, that one belongs here. Over here, I've got two possible places for one. Here, we've got two possible places. And then down here, I've got three possible places. And that's it for ones. So, on to twos. Normally, I wouldn't leave the three possible ones, but we're going to do that where I've got three that are the result of twos in crossing phases. Okay. I've got three twos up here. Four possibilities for a two there, three possibilities for a two here, four possibilities for a two here. So not a good mix anywhere. And then all that kind of opens up most of the openings in the corners as well. So I don't see any easy solutions for twos. Threes, we had a three here, a three here, and a three here. So that's going to leave this one as a three in this square, and this three, and this three all say that this one's going to be a three. Up here, I've got now both of these two columns of the square with a 3 in them, and these two rows have a 3 in them, so that's going to be a 3. And that takes care of the threes. That combination means that when I come to fours, this one here is going to be a 4, because it's the only place in this row that a 4 could be in that square. Down here, I've got two possibilities for 4. Over here, I've got at least 3. 3 possibilities here, but I do have 2 possibilities for 4 in here. Unfortunately, this is one of those places where I'm going to leave the 3 of A alone. We're not going to be posting those yet. Okay, fives. One of these two is going to be a 5. I've got 3 possibilities for a 5 down here at the moment. That one there says one of these two is going to be a 5. This one here, along with this one and these 2 possibilities, tell me that this one's going to be a 5. Down here, I've got 2 possibilities for 5, here and here. I've got 1, 2, 3 possibilities here that I'm not going to be marking. And then I've got 1, 2, 4 possibilities here. There's some of that sleepiness that I was talking about. So let's move on to 6s. We got a 6 here and here, telling me that this is going to be a 6. This 6 here blocks out these two. These two 6s block out the rest of these. That means this one's going to be a 6. And I've got a 6 here and a 6 here, blocking out these two rows. So that's going to be a 6 there. And I've got a 6 here, blocking out these 4 spaces. So this is going to be a 6. Now it looks like that gets us all of the 6s on the board. So, got 2 possibilities for 7s here, 2 possibilities for 7s here, and those coincide with 5s, so this is not going to be 1, that will be a 1. That says that's not going to be a 1, that is. That says this one's not going to be 1, that is. Now all the 1s are filled. And we can put in 9s, or a 9 here, and 4 to solve or finish up that part of this square. That 9 and this 9, I'll suggest this should be a 9 as well. So, these 2 9s down here block everything except for this cell, so that's going to be a 9. There's a 9 at the bottom of this one, a 9 in each of these 2 rows, so this is a 9. And that means that this is a 9. Alright, but we got ahead of ourselves. We were working through 7s. However, that does mean that we now have 2 places for a 7 here instead of 3. That makes this into a 7. That becomes a 5. Alright, about here, get 3 possibilities for a 7, not getting a lot of guidance. One of these 2 is going to be a 7, and conversely, one of these 2 will go with it. 3 possibilities here with this 7 kind of blocking out the middle. However, we do have, it looks like I've got a digit here I can put in now. This looks like it's going to be a 2. That means I can now say that this is a 2 because this is going to be a 2. It was either that or these 2 could be a 2, and that's not going to work. Alright, one of these 2 is going to be a 2. Don't know what yet. One of these 2 is going to be a 2. And that gives me 3 possibilities here. 2 possibilities here. And 3 possibilities here. So we're back to working through the 7s. Okay. One of these 2 is going to be a 7. One of these 2 is going to be a 7. I've got 3 possibilities up here. Looking at this. Okay, we've got these 2 marked. I've got 3 possibilities here. Okay, 8. Got an 8 there. Now one of these 2 is going to be an 8. One of these 2 is going to be an 8. Let's see. An 8 here says this can't be an 8, so that's going to be an 8. Which says that's not, this one is. One of these 2 will be as well. Up here, that blocks, leaves these 2 as possible 8s. It also says one of these 2 is going to be a possible 8. That says this one is not, this one is, this becomes a 7, this becomes a 4. Down get a 4 here. We get a 4 up here already. That leaves us with a 5 coming in here. Another 5 going here. Not a 5 and a 5 here. And we end up with a 2 left in. This is the only possible thing to fit in there. Not a 2 here. 2 and an 8. That leaves a 4. Nope, I got a 4. 5, 6, 7. Looks like a 7 coming in here. Not a 5 here. That makes this a 5. Let's see. That 8 up here says this is going to be a 7. This will be an 8. You know, here we can knock this possible 7 out. So 8, 2, 8, 2. This can't be a 2, so it's going to be an 8. That's going to be a 2. This will now be an 8, with this being a 2. The missing number here is going to be 4. And so that's going to be a 4. That's going to be a 7. And I've got 2 digits missing here. One is a 2. Goes there. So the remaining 7 goes there. That took us 10 minutes and 28 seconds today. I'll get the solution posted to the Blue Sky conversation on this post, or on this puzzle, and get today's, or the puzzle for Monday, posted as well. I hope you had a wonderful day, and we will see you again tomorrow. Take care, everybody.